Johnny Cage, you have been chosen to fight.
Tell me you're not some crazy fans. How are you doing that?
Are you Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
The excitement surrounding the Mortal Kombat 2 movie has been steadily building, and for good reason. After the success of the 2021 Mortal Kombat reboot, fans have been eager to see where the story will go next. The sequel promises to take everything that worked in the first film, its intense fight choreography, darker tone, and faithfulness to the source material, and elevate it with a more ambitious storyline, returning characters, and new faces joining the fray. From early glimpses and cast confirmations to behind-the-scenes updates, it's clear that this new chapter is shaping up to be one of the most anticipated action films on the horizon. For fans of brutal martial arts and game adaptations, the new Mortal Kombat film picks up right after the events of the first movie, which ended on an intriguing cliffhanger. The first film introduced us to Cole Young, an original character created for the series, as he discovered his connection to the legendary Mortal Kombat tournament and joined forces with Earthrealm's champions to fend off Outworld's threats. However, the tournament itself never took place in the first movie, leaving fans waiting for the moment when Earthrealm and Outworld finally collide in the epic battle that defines the Mortal Kombat legacy. Mortal Kombat 2 is set to deliver exactly that. The stakes are higher, the tone is grittier, and the world building promises to expand in a major way. The story will likely explore the aftermath of Shang Tsung's defeat and his vow to return with stronger warriors from Outworld. While Raiden succeeded in gathering Earth's defenders, the threat has not vanished. The sequel reportedly dives deeper into the mythology behind the tournament, explaining its ancient origins and the balance between realms that Mortal Kombat protects. This is the foundation of the entire series, and seeing it fully realized on screen for the first time has longtime fans buzzing with anticipation. There are also strong hints that the sequel will explore the concept of revenge and redemption, with returning fighters facing personal stakes that go beyond survival. A major point of excitement is the cast. Many of the actors from the first film are reprising their roles, including Louis Tan as Cole Young, Jessica McNamee as Sonya Blade, Mecca Brooks as Jox, Tadanobu Asano as Raiden, and Chin Han as the menacing Shang Tsung. Hiroyuki Sanada, whose portrayal of Scorpion was one of the first film's standout elements. But he's also expected to return, continuing his vendetta against Sub-Zero and Outworld's warriors. His presence alone has fans thrilled, as his performance was both powerful and emotional, giving depth to a character known primarily for vengeance and rage. The dynamic between Scorpion and Sub-Zero remains one of the most iconic rivalries in gaming history, and the sequel looks to explore its next evolution. The most talked about addition to the cast, however, is Johnny Cage. The first movie ended with a direct tease of the Hollywood martial artist, and fans have been eagerly speculating about who would bring him to life. It has been confirmed that Karl Urban, best known for his role as Billy Butcher in The Boys, will step into the role. His casting has been met with overwhelming enthusiasm, as his charisma, edge, and natural comedic timing perfectly align with Cage's overconfident yet heroic personality. Urban's take on Johnny Cage is expected to bring both humor and heart to the gritty world of Mortal Kombat. Balancing out the darker tones with his larger-than-life attitude, fans are especially eager to see how he interacts with the rest of the team, especially Sonya, given their famous dynamic from the games. New faces are also entering the arena. Martin Ford will portray the monstrous Shao Kahn, the tyrannical ruler of Outworld who has loomed over the series since its earliest days. His physicality and presence make him a perfect fit for the role. Embodying the sheer dominance and intimidation that define Shao Kahn, Adeline Rudolph joins the cast as Kitana, the fan-wielding princess of Outworld, and one of Mortal Kombat's most iconic characters. Kitana's inclusion opens the door for deeper political intrigue and emotional layers, as her loyalty to Outworld is tested by her growing awareness of its corruption. Alongside her, other newcomers like Jade Baraka and Quan Chi are rumored to make appearances, expanding the universe with familiar faces that fans have been waiting years to see in live action. Behind the camera, Simon McQuoid returns as director, maintaining continuity from the first film. His approach to the Mortal Kombat world has been praised for respecting the source material while introducing a cinematic flair that feels both modern and epic. The screenplay is penned by Jeremy Slater, known for his work on Moon Knight, and his involvement has heightened expectations. His storytelling experience with layered characters and supernatural action fits perfectly with the tone Mortal Kombat demands. Together, McQuaid and Slater seem focused on delivering a sequel that not only amplifies the action, but also deepens the emotional and narrative core of the series. From the production updates, it's clear that the sequel is designed to be bigger in every way. Filming has taken place in Australia, the same location as the first film, utilizing expansive desert and jungle landscapes that fit the otherworldly aesthetic of Mortal Kombat. Behind-the-scenes images and cast posts have hinted at grander sets, intricate costumes, and fight choreography that pushes the limits of physical performance. The fight scenes are expected to be more brutal and creative this time around, staying true to the franchise's legacy of over-the-top martial arts mixed with supernatural powers. The use of practical effects alongside CGI aims to keep the combat grounded yet visually stunning. One of the major goals of Mortal Kombat 2 is to deliver on what fans felt was missing from the first film, the actual tournament itself. The 2021 movie acted as more of a setup, introducing the characters and lore, but the sequel is expected to finally showcase the legendary competition that defines the franchise. The tournament format provides an opportunity to explore multiple storylines simultaneously, with fighters from different realms clashing for survival. This structure also allows for a showcase of signature fatalities, one of the series' most recognizable trademarks. The first movie delivered a few brutal moments, but the sequel promises to push those boundaries even further, giving fans the bloody spectacle they've been waiting for. In terms of tone, Mortal Kombat 2 aims to strike a balance between emotional storytelling and pure adrenaline-fueled action. While the first film leaned heavily into setup and exposition, the sequel is expected to dive straight into the heart of the conflict. Each fighter has something to prove and something to lose, and that emotional weight will make the battles feel even more impactful. The creative team has also promised to honor the spirit of the games while continuing to build their own cinematic identity, meaning that, while it will include nods to fan-favorite moments, it won't be afraid to surprise audiences with new interpretations and unexpected twists. The release of Mortal Kombat 2 has become one of the most talked about upcoming movie events among action and gaming fans alike. While official marketing is still ramping up, anticipation continues to grow as fans speculate on the storyline and await the first full trailer. Early footage shown privately to select audiences has reportedly been met with strong reactions, suggesting that the sequel could surpass its predecessor in both scale and intensity. The special effects, costume design, and fight choreography are said to have improved significantly, giving the film a more polished and cinematic feel. Every visual element seems aimed at immersing the audience in a world that feels as dangerous as it is captivating. The sequel's release is scheduled for 2025, positioning it as one of the year's biggest blockbusters. Fans have been vocal in their excitement online, dissecting every casting announcement and leaked image to uncover what lies ahead. The combination of returning heroes, powerful villains, and long-awaited characters like Johnny Cage and Kitana ensures that Mortal Kombat 2 will have something for everyone. Whether you're a fan of the original games, the 90s films, or the 2021 reboot, this sequel looks ready to bring together everything people love about Mortal Kombat eats. Brutal combat eats, mythological world-building, and larger-than-life personalities. What makes Mortal Kombat 2 particularly exciting is that it represents a growing trend of video game adaptations finally being taken seriously. With recent successes in the genre, audiences are expecting not just flashy action but emotional depth and respect for the lore. The Mortal Kombat franchise has always thrived on that balance of chaos and character, and with a creative team that understands the importance of both, this film could cement its place as one of the best adaptations in years. The promise of seeing heroes like Liu Kang, Sonya Blade, and Johnny Cage stand together against Shao Kahn's forces on the big screen is enough to ignite nostalgia and excitement in fans worldwide. Every update about the film seems to add fuel to the fire. The cast's social media posts from the set reveal the camaraderie behind the scenes, suggesting a production filled with energy and enthusiasm. The crew's dedication to practical stunts and authentic martial arts choreography also hints that the film will maintain that visceral edge that fans appreciated in the first one. Combined with an expanded roster of characters and higher production value, Mortal Kombat 2 is shaping up to be a bold step forward for the series.